welcome to Drinks and to Under the Table. What show are we doing? Welcome to Under the Table, a post-game talk show where we talk about the behind the scenes of our current ongoing TTRPG campaign called Strange Town Golden Ridge in this case. That is DM'd and story told by Mr. Pickles, my friend off to this side.
Yay! I love him.
My hands are full.
I can't clap because
It's
my
it's just
cats
you know
won't like
you only
it.
get a round of applause from me, Pickles. They don't appreciate
like
you like I do. There you go.
That appreciates me differently.
Today with us we have the voice and portrayal of Iris Forsyth, Dr. Daisy. Oh. It's just me. No one appreciates you either.
I'm a doctor now.
I can't clap because
Well, no, I missed the doctor when I said Iris Forsyth, so I was like, doctor. I have
I'm a
the
doctor.
Yeah, it was my bad. I'm not perfect. The voice and portrayal of Detective Frederick Verde. We have Fred. Oh, there it is. Yeah, they appreciate Fred.
Yeah. I love his shirt.
It is a great shirt. I was looking at it earlier. I think when we were doing drinks and discussions, I was looking at his shirt and I was like, that's a good shirt. And then myself, I am the voice and portrayal of Kingsman. My name is Wrath.
I
Only
had to make a noise so that my
only...
clap would faintly.
Yeah, your guys' claps were completely...
It's a round of applause.
You can't hear on this end.
Well, I think
I can't even hear Fred.
Because the noise suppression, you have to make like a voice with it too.
No, there's no noise from Fred. Do you guys hear my claps?
Yeah.
You guys' claps are completely... numb is not the word. Silent is the word. Not numb.
Mine is limp, is actually, because it makes some noise, but not enough.
And your hands are like biscuits?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just one of those days.
So anyways, with all that out of the way, we started off this by talking about poop, so we've come a long way. Let's talk Strange Town Golden Ridge. I'm gonna throw this over to Pickles. We just wrapped up episode 10, technically part of the epilogue, I guess.
Yeah, and I have a little bit left, but as always, it's impossible to predict what people will do. The further you go into a weird-ass campaign, it becomes more like, I just don't know what's going to happen. Early on, I had like ideas, like you'd get a couple clues and whatnot, and King would go in a direction, and then he'd go to the casino. So actually I never was able to like predict anything. But yeah, so I wanted to do some wrapping up of story and also some of the aftermath of what has happened with the story. Yeah, so I guess...
And we nailed it. Bagel Quest was definitely on your agenda, wasn't it?
Yes.
Bagel Quest 2023.
No, absolutely not.
So we had people who missed the stream. They came in and were talking to me today about stuff, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I know. I missed Strange Town Golden Ridge last time. I'm gonna have to watch it." I was like, "Yeah, you missed Bagel Quest," and they're like, "I thought that was like a meme. You guys actually had a bagel?" I was like, "Hell yeah, we had a Bagel Quest. It's a real thing."
Yeah, that's one of those moments where it was fun and funny, but had nothing to do with the epilogue wrapping up that I wanted to do. But I mean, part of that is
it was a
you
big
guys
part.
Interacting, and
Verde is losing his mind, and his character is going insane. I think recovering that is a huge part of one of our objectives. Keeping Verde sane.
Is there any sanity left?
Yeah.
Find out next time on Strange Town of Golden Ridge.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess that is the question here. Under the table, so to speak, is how is Verde doing?
Not good.
I know there's a moment I pushed you a little rough. I felt I honestly, it came out of my mouth and I felt bad. Detective Campbell saying something like, "Congrats on
your first real mission" or something.
Oh my god!
on your first completed
first real case. I didn't even catch it, and he goes, "What do you mean my first case?" And
I
broke down laughing.
Myself so hard there.
I didn't even catch that.
15 fucking years.
What a fucking...
It was a great line. Great line.
Oh, it made my skin crawl. I immediately regretted it, but
no, chat voted and they said Detective Campbell is their favorite character in this entire game.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they
Nice.
beat the poll. It beat all of our characters. Detective Campbell was number one.
That doesn't.
No, I'm making all this up, but they probably would.
Okay, good. I mean, but the question coming back, how is Verde doing?
Not great. To be completely honest, not great at all.
You were writing up a letter that you didn't want to elaborate on, I believe.
Yes, he was. It's one of those.
Days. Sorry.
I don't want to wake up.
It's a letter to HR.
Oh shit.
Yeah, detailing the. This is his like last ditch effort to stay sane in the police department. By the way, detailing his complaints with Campbell and the department in general.
Okay. Yeah. No, that actually makes a lot more sense, I guess, than what I was thinking.
What'd you think I was writing?
Letter of resignation.
Well, there's a step before that, which is
no, and this is a
his
reasonable
HR
step.
letter.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. I was like, oh shit, is he gonna quit the department? Is he gonna go hang out with King a lot more?
Finally,
are we all going to be on the
we can get a
Insight with
van.
Dr. Forsyth show?
We can go live on the beach in our van. We're all gonna be on our show. They say Detective Campbell for PC party leader. We do need a party leader.
That would be such a dick move if I did that. That would be
Detective
like if you
Campbell
guys went
come in.
along with it too. That would be just such a.
That would be the worst. No.
That'd be an episode of a sitcom. It would not last.
Yeah, no, that would, yeah, it would be like a alternate reality thing. It would be like one of those ones where it's all in his head, and it's like, you know, where they have those ones where it like goes off and they're like yelling at him, and they're like, da da da, and then it cuts back, and they're like, yeah, it's fine. Like
Daydreaming
what they
episodes.
wanted to say, but they didn't. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Let's not do it. I'm good. We don't.
Yeah,
we
no,
don't need
it
to
doesn't
push
sound like a
Verde.
fun curse.
We don't need to push him over. It's all right.
We don't need to push him any more than we already have. It's
They said you need to. They're casting Detective Campbell, and they say Shifty should play him.
Oh, that would be such a evil move to like make an NPC so outrageously unlikable, which I think is what I've done. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Nobody here
I got
like
nothing
is like,
against him. He hasn't done anything to me.
yeah, he hasn't done anything to you. That's a good thing to remember. I should write that down.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm
okay,
writing
need to
it
piss
down.
off Kingsman.
He pulls you over. Hey, I'm a detective looking at some shit you did.
Oh my god,
Dun, dun,
I
dun.
hate you now. I'm
I'm
gonna show up to Verde and be like, yo, we need to get rid of one of your guys. I'm coming after Campbell. You'll be like,
You just realizing
yes!
this now.
Yeah.
It's illegal.
Who would you cast if you had to cast someone as Detective Campbell? Who would you cast?
Me. I don't hate any person enough to make them like that unlikable and be ganged up by 3 other people. Like the only time that's funny is when it's me and I instigated it. Like I wouldn't instigate it and then pass it off to some other person, even if it was like I don't know. Like it feels mean to do unless you really know the person is great at like I don't know if you found somebody who's great at dealing with hecklers and like stand up and like that's what they thrived on is just fighting back. Okay, yeah. So you know
I
what?
could
Actually,
see like
no.
a stand-up comedian, 100%. I could see them playing that role and just heckling back, and being able to take whatever and being able to heckle it back. Oh, that'd be.
My brother would thrive on the hatred.
I could see your brother.
That's the
playing
that's the
Campbell.
one person I know who
Yeah.
I could
A
reasonably
troll,
contact.
a troll, 100%.
Yeah.
Or if because I think Campbell has some stability to him, some maturity to him. If it was more of an immature character, I could see. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I could see Gumby killing it.
He would probably have fun, but
I feel like Gumby would kill it. Just
he knows more
being able
words
to
than my
fire
brother
back.
does.
Yeah.
Who's Gumpy?
God, is Gumby before your time? Fuck, dude. That's
He was
wild.
a person that was in the server but had left a while back.
Yeah, he basically
and
was
I
here
had
from the start.
Yeah, we had a toxic romance.
That's true. Yeah. So Verde is going to be around for a while. He's not going anywhere.
Not that I know of.
Well, you play him, so I guess
Well,
unless the
things
writers
might
write him out.
change. Things might change. You never know.
Yeah.
But as of right now, he's not going anywhere.
That's good to know.
How about the doctor?
I was going to say,
You're like the
Iris, are
most
you
recent
saying?
person that's joined this situation, and therefore probably have the least amount of roots into the problem, whereas these fellows have been in it a couple more adventures. Um, how are you feeling with the group, the general mission and company cause?
Um, I feel like trust has gone up and that we're kind of working together now as a group, especially since what happened last session. I think it's going well, surprisingly well. I didn't think that they would like care for Iris as much, but they're pretty good characters, pretty sweet people, so.
I tried
I
to
mean, they're
touch your
not
ankles.
evil. I mean,
Mhm. Yeah.
they just have issues, just like anybody.
Mhm.
But their issues are magical.
Yeah,
I don't have issues.
tell me about it.
Takes his face.
Kingsman doesn't have issues.
Kingsman has a lot
Well,
of issues. He met a demon. He was like, "Wow, you're nicer than me than anyone I know." That's probably an issue.
well, maybe this is a good moment to jump over to Wrath here, playing Mr. King. How are you holding up?
Dude, no, I feel like I was
You
like,
got
oh,
a raw deal last session.
which one?
You did.
I know me. Which deal? Which part?
There was a couple. Yeah.
I
The
mean,
bagel?
no,
It was
you got
cooked.
the yeah,
Sorry, that's Kingsman humor.
the person talking to you bring you into a hot bar that made your body feverish.
Yeah. So, as much as I'm like, Kingsman's getting it together and becoming more I feel like I'm just as I didn't really realize it, but I feel like I'm just as teetery as Verde, just in a different way. Because Kingsman's having a hard time with all this. He's like, where do I fit into all this? How does it all work? What am I even doing here? Like, am I even making a difference? And then he meets a demon and he goes, this is fucked up because I'm realizing that you've been nicer than me than my friends have in 6 months. So that I've known them. So not only am I fucked up, am I even hanging with the right people? Like Kingsman is it an identity crisis? Is that the word for this?
It's a word for it.
Midlife
Yeah,
crisis. PTSD, trauma. I don't know. I'm not. It's weird. he's like, I guess Kingsman's just kind of always been one to roll with the punches and just kind of react as things happen. But he's kind of getting to a point where he's like, none of this is working.
but you now can do any voice you want.
Yeah, now I made a deal with the devil. That's gonna help. Like, even King's like, that was fucking stupid.
Well, you didn't make a deal. You accepted a reward.
Yeah, but I don't know if doing exactly what a devil wants you to do means I'm doing the right thing. He's like, you're helping my plans along. I'm like, you're welcome?
I mean,
I don't
I
think
think
I
I
should be doing
butchered-
that.
I butchered a quote from Hellraiser that's like that some call us angels, some call us demons.
Yeah, you said that originally, and I tried to kind of bring it back up, but you didn't go back into it, and I was like, okay, I just like, so you're the devil, you're a demon, and he kind of rolled with it. And he goes, yeah, you can call me that. And I was like, don't agree to it. No, I don't want to call you that. It makes me feel bad.
He's very like he's a friendly guy.
Yeah, he was.
He's the
I
sort
think
you
maybe
can call
Kingsman's so
drunk on.
deprived of people being nice to him that the devil is just nice to him. He's like, I'll do whatever you want. You didn't threaten to shoot me in the face. Sure, I'll do it.
What do you think of the options? Purity and Change.
Yeah, so for anyone listening, Purity was one of the other options. I took Change, spoiler alert, go watch the episode, for New Rune. And I asked Pickles, hey, on Under the Table, I want to ask you about the Purity one, and he just told me anyway. So,
It's a simple answer. And I feel like you deserve, anytime there's like an option like that, I feel like you deserve to know what you gave up in the
I
other
stand
thing.
by my choice. I 100% still think Change is definitely the way Kingsman would have chosen no matter what. So I was just curious, what was the other option? Purity did what?
It was essentially mimicking the blood rune, but in a different sort of calculation. And at the base level, it'd be once per hour, one attack will just effortlessly bounce off of you. So you could take a shotgun to the face and it would do nothing once per hour.
See, that's awesome, but I still feel like Change is more the route I'm trying to go with Kingsman, where he's more the speaker of the party. And the one I took was Change, which is where I get to basically mimic voices that I've heard fluently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or do any voice you can make up. But you can do specific ones as well. So if you want to sound like an old lady, you can, and it's relatively...
I did. I started melting when he almost poured salt on my head for some reason.
Because I thought you were possessed by a demon.
To be fair.
This is a normal family, guys.
Totally normal.
We salt each other from time to time.
I thought you were possessed by a demon. You almost poured salt on my head. I screamed like an old lady. Daisy watched after dying.
Repeatedly.
She floated in the air. She's not normal either, chat. All right.
Well, she got possessed too. She almost got salted, but
I think that's for snails, bro. I don't think that's for demons.
I mean, no. Demons don't like salt.
I think there's, from my extensive knowledge of being a demon hunter, I believe there's one type of entity that doesn't like salt, and it just is that they won't walk in it. It's a wraith.
Phasmophobia.
Yeah, that's my only knowledge. I don't fuck with the paranormal. Actually, I think
generally, yeah, it's just used as like a barrier.
wasn't
Purifier.
it Daisy who brought it up? She's like, "What's this with you not liking the paranormal? Is that a you thing or a Kingsman thing?" I was like, "Definitely both."
I wanted to make sure.
Definitely both.
Yeah. I don't fuck with the paranormal. I'm like, I don't know if it's real or not, but I'm not trying to piss it off because I've heard enough horror stories about shit that goes down like in the real world, and I'm like, I do not want any of that ever. People are like, I'm gonna go to a haunted house, and I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Like actual haunted houses, the Halloween haunted houses, those are fun.
Okay.
Yeah, those are alright.
So,
Yeah, but people were like, I'm gonna go to this place where this whole family was murdered by a ghost, and I'm like, why? No.
Why would you do such a thing?
Yeah, no, not at all.
for fun.
Nope.
Or no, because you wouldn't do it.
No.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Anyways, that's
yeah, Daisy, you had a bit of a trip as Iris there. We haven't quite gotten to any trips for Detective Verde, which might be good since he's teetering, but you probably got the worst of the trips.
It kind of seemed like it, yeah.
You got to meet friendly people.
She got that last time too when we got the visions from the liquid. She had a way worse trip than me.
Yeah, it's almost like she has bad luck or something, but
She also reads people in blood. That's not how that sounds, but you know what I mean.
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah.
that's the wildest way to put it.
You know what I mean? I was like, that's not the wording, but you know what I mean. I think there's more going on to her than maybe she's the evil one, and we're getting cursed by being around her.
Wow.
Oh no!
You do remember that he's like a massive fan, right?
I wear your no.
So now he's like, okay.
I wear underwear with your name on it.
He's the evil.
Grasping at straws here. You know how many answers I've gotten in 30 episodes?
Okay.
I'm grasping at straws here.
You did gain something though in that
Trauma?
trip. I think I mentioned it a little bit.
You talking about
Uh,
I wrote
murdering or
every
hers?
single thing down. Let's see.
Her trip or my trip?
Her trip.
Good. Okay. Yeah.
I think you gave a name, but I don't know if it was actually a name or not.
If I didn't share it, I don't know if I should. Your aura changed after
Oh
Mhm.
yeah,
that.
the grade shit.
Yeah.
Yes. So that may have always been present,
You're a
but
gray coat.
it's something that you might now be more aware of consistently. Um,
Which, if I
something
remember, she
perhaps
looked at
before.
herself and it was like a shroud around her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that sounds
Stronger.
exactly like
Yeah.
I would have said. But then we have Detective Verde here, who hasn't had any bad things happen to him in the epilogue yet, except for his friends passing out and or floating with lights glowing out of their
He had
eyes.
great things happen to him. He was offered a nap. He got a pizza bagel. He even has a box of treats sitting back at his house. He's living the
Actually,
high
yeah,
life.
he's got some good luck there.
Yeah. See? Freddy's great.
For 5 minutes.
He was happy that she didn't die.
Yeah, I was happy.
He didn't say anything about me, but he was happy she didn't die. Well, actually, he did say, I heard him say something about me. It was my voice, but I heard him say it. I mimicked his voice to be nice to me. I was like, oh Kingsman, I'm glad you're not dead either. Oh, thanks, Verde. I appreciate it.
I mean, yeah. Back to the question: how is Verde
Sorry.
handling that situation of this building, or perhaps their proximity, or something happening in this room? I mean, you didn't deal with any passing out. They completely fell over. I don't even think they got to roll for it.
It
Or did they?
was no, they didn't. It was not a fun thing to watch, I guess would be the best way to phrase it. Not at
Because
all.
there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, nothing you could do at all.
Something that popped in my mind is if it is just the room, you could have tried to drag King out to see if that wakes him up. But then,
Yeah, but I wasn't
Sure.
sure how close I could get.
yeah, it could be a radiation kind of thing where touching him or being close to him could pass it on to you. Um, and that is one of those things where afterwards I thought, well, that's what can you do without having to test one of those danger boundaries?
Yeah, it was. I wasn't so much worried about getting close to him. It was he got close to her and dropped.
That's true.
So it was one of those. Do I or do I not?
And with bad luck and your limited bennies, that does make it sort of hard to be the one that wants to go in and be like, "Yeah, let's see, why not?"
Yeah, it
The
also
person to
doesn't.
dive into the hole.
It also doesn't help that all of his background stuff traits are cautious. you know,
Yeah, that is true. You have cautious as a minor hindrance.
it's not a. I don't think it's. Is it a hindrance?
I believe it's a minor hindrance.
It's a hindrance to me.
It's one of those ones that it doesn't really give you any penalties. It's just sort of an RP thing. And as I've said, your edges and your hindrances are you telling me what you want to play.
It's like my curious is a hindrance, isn't it? And it's definitely gotten us into
That's a
some
major
trouble.
hindrance.
You're welcome. What's her big mouth? Because that's a fucking major hindrance.
Is it? I think
It
it's
should be.
I think it's minor.
It should be a major hindrance.
I wanted to bring it in though because
She spoiled my secret.
True.
yeah, no, I wanted to spoil your secret, so I made Iris roll for it, which I thought was fun.
She's like,
Yeah,
I'm just
got
gonna
it
tell him all
moving.
about the presents we got him, and I was like, it was supposed to be a surprise.
That's why you're mad.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that I held back like the monsters thing. Like I intended to say it, but I was just like bumbling a little bit.
Oh, telling the doctors about the stuff that went through it. Yeah.
Big Mouth is a minor.
In that case, I was
And
kind of
Wolford
glad
is
you spoke
major.
up because I was butchering that. My sister wife,
Well,
we're a weird family.
and also I know you guys don't want to share as much information with random civilians.
I do. I want it to be fucking common knowledge, but no one seems to believe us or do anything about it, and it's all just weird, crazy, and get shipped off to cabin in the woods.
Yeah, that's fair.
Didn't go well for us last time. We were like, "Hey, all this stuff's going on." And they're like, "Go away."
But at the same time, I mean, you also now know that there's a lot of Yuskoskis in this town.
Yeah, that was actually terrifying to learn.
Mhm.
Big family.
Yeah.
A lot of them might not be pretending. They might be pretending not to believe you, and then passing on that somebody knows.
Yeah, we might need to separate ourselves from Verde for a bit.
What?
We can't let them know that we're with him. They're hunting him. He shot him and they arrested the other one. We didn't do that.
You shot a
I
kid.
shot the monsters.
Yeah, you shot a monster, and his brains went into his cornflakes.
You also shot Levi.
No, he shot Levi.
Well, he's a person.
Mm-mm.
Oh, the one in the
You
leg?
shot him in the knee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did nothing. Fine. Not me either after. Just like you blew up the monster, not me. Plausible deniability, man.
Ooh, boy.
It's a great thing to have.
Well, we're at about the halfway mark, and so I thought I might jump into well, how simple things are when I start this adventure. Just kind of give you guys a sight into the background of how I write these adventures and how they progress and what you guys add and what you guys change about it. So my initial plan came from RimWorld, a game that I'm sort of a fan of a little bit.
17,000 hours later.
6,000, but um, it's it was a moment where I was running like an encampment where people would come in. I was a cannibal psychopath family, and we were basically Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And it was like, man, how horrifying would that be if you stumbled on a house in the woods that had turrets in the ground that just pop up and start shooting at you, and then you have these psychopaths there. So that was the basis of it, and I went through a lot of different campaigns, being like, how can I involve this in a way that's fun and not Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Um, and so I finally landed on it here. So I started with the basic like area is like, so these people have captured one of these monsters that can make alcohol. At some point, they learn that it can make better alcohol if you feed it people, and that should be like the end point. Obviously, you go to that brewery that's hidden underground, and solve the problem, have a fight, have a whatever, something happens. And so from there, I built back because I like to do things in threes. So I was like, there should be a middle ground series of events and then something at the introduction, like how do you get involved with the plot? So, as most of you know, getting involved with the plot was you go to a bar, somebody introduces you to this. Anybody who's illicit and on the like, maybe you like illegal stuff, Mister Guy who buys guns, or just you show up to a bar and
Which one of us are you talking to?
yeah, that was the king is
He,
arms
bought,
dealer.
he went and bought a
Um,
bunch of guns at the beginning of this
That are
adventure.
very, very illegal where we're at.
and then I just was like, huh, maybe I can introduce a little demonologist, see how that wacky adventure goes for
Yeah,
anybody who doesn't
how'd
know.
that go?
Well, yeah, everything is unpredictable because I make wacky characters and whatever. But so that was my
We were
introduction
like,
was
we milked the
basically
fuck out.
A bar scene where you could be introduced to the problem. Any detectives, private investigators, they would have a lead here. Of course, we have our honorable detective Verde here. And from there, then I had a couple just like middle ground adventure or middle ground scenes where you could deviate and generally make your path eventually um, to the end, or some things that were just like the beam in the woods, something perhaps that doesn't make sense now, but might make sense later. Just something to think on. And I kind of played off of what characters you guys were interested in the sense that Jesse Thatcher was an easy character to be like, she just saw something fucked up. She's going to try and investigate further. And if you go to that scene and involve yourself, maybe you will find her, but only at night. And so yeah, that was the basic structure of the adventure going in. And as some of you know, I like to make floating clues. So you just go somewhere, you'll find clues. But that I like to tell on myself because that was just the basicness of my adventure. There is you guys follow clues of kill your alcohol. It leads to the end, and how you get there is up to you.
So I'd be interested to hear all our different plot hooks and all the different mysteries we have open right now, which I'm pretty sure Daisy has. But the ones I like at the top of my head is like, who is Melvin Bleeker? Why is Melvin Bleeker? All the W's of Melvin Bleeker, otherwise known as former name being
Toby
Toby
from Toby's Corner.
Toby's Corner, yeah. Terrible name. And so him, Craig Hall, Blue Coat guy, and Thumbprint guy. And then why Jessie Thatcher? She's a enigma now too. The mimes are a whole thing. The monsters are a whole thing. The Yuskoski family's a whole thing. The burn holes that we found around the place are a thing. And then you've got the other factions, the librarians, the Chosen of Flame. There's another one in there that I'm missing. Librarians, Chosen of Flame. What's another faction? There's the third one.
You mentioned the mimes, though.
Yeah. Is that all? Or was another one? We haven't interacted with much. Maybe that's it. What else do we have on our docket that we haven't fully fleshed out there yet?
The fungus monsters.
There's a
Yeah, I kind of roped all the monsters in together, but yeah, I guess there are specific ones. Yeah. Another one, the missing people. So people were going missing long before they had that thing in the basement, because he saw it, give or take 3 months ago, but people were going missing before that.
Squirrel Lord.
A Squirrel Lord, yeah, with the music sheets. Yep.
And the squirrel tanks.
Yeah, the battle
They
towers.
were just rotting corpses.
Yeah. Terrifying.
fuel.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Did I cover all of them? My memory can't be that good.
I think you did cover them.
No
all.
shit. What did I name? Like 20 though? There's so many open leads right now.
You have this obscure magic system of
Purple
coats
coat.
and sigils and
Girl in the purple coat is another one.
Mime Queen audience.
Oh yeah, aren't we? Someone told us to go meet the Mime Queen and we just never did.
Well, yeah, you didn't like the method.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
And I think they said only Verde could.
Well, that figures.
I don't remember them saying that.
Everyone only likes Verde.
Yeah, you were given the option of tasting the clown powder, clown cane, like,
Okay.
and now give you clown speak for a while, and if you snort it, it gives you it for life. And then I believe they warned, I could be wrong, I might not have shared this, but my intention was to share that Verde, if you do that though, you'll have an audience with the Mime Queen. Or her royal mime.
Yeah, I remember that, but I don't remember it being just me. That's what I was saying. But that makes sense.
Well, she might not have known correctly, but it would have been. Then you guys gave her the entire bag.
The runes is another lead.
Yeah, the difference between agreements and sigils and
Yep,
coats.
with all the demons. Yep, another lead. You see how this list just keeps getting bigger and bigger?
Yeah.
Again, why Kingsman's over here going, what the hell am I even doing here? What have I gotten myself into?
A mess that's going to clear itself out, actually, because this next episode, you guys are kind of getting a taste of the next case. But
French gas station. That's another thing. From
yeah,
Adventure 2. Yeah.
I saw that on your list, and I was wondering why that was still a thing, because we just found the mime dead outside, but I remember the people inside the gas station were totally like, they knew what was going on. There was more to them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that, and that's where I got super sketched out. I was like, there's something going on here. I do remember that, yep. I thought that was Verde's line. What am I doing here? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was like, Kingsman's right there with him, honestly. No one gets me a piece of bagel. But Kingsman's over here also going, what the fuck? We're fucked. This whole thing is fucked.
I intended to be like, oh yeah, they had an extra cake. Here you go, late birthday present.
Oh, but then I was a dick.
I didn't want to interrupt and that as well.
Well, I can't let you steal my only friend, even though I'm starting to realize my only real friend right now is the demon guy. So, and Titan.
Titan talking, that's another thing I'm adding to
Titan
my-
talking, yeah, that sucked. Never do that again.
I want to go back there see if it happens again.
No. No, because then
Titan.
Titan could tell you that I didn't actually kill the monster, but I did. Totally.
Titan would. You believe your own dog would rat you out? That's kind of sad.
Yeah, my dog was a dick when we went down there. I didn't like him at all. I was like, oh, this is the worst. Not you, Kira. You're great.
Aww.
Yeah. Good girl. Oh, okay, pie pickles. Missed it.
Let's see. Got a lot of things here.
What you
I want to
got?
make like the. Oh my goodness, the evidence board that Kingsman made, like the second adventure. I
Yeah, that
wanna
all
make
got
a
ripped down
digital-
and ruined.
Yeah, I want to make a. Well, did you even figure out who did that?
No.
Should I add it to the list?
Yes. Came home and the shit was fucked.
Who destroyed the evidence
Yeah.
board?
I worked really hard on that.
I want to make one of those eventually.
We can
Like,
put it. We can put it in the meeting room of the
physically.
Pizza Hut place, not Pizza Hut, but Pizza place.
I mean, like physically, just to keep track of stuff.
Oh yeah, we
Or,
probably
like
need one.
digitally,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not friends with Ronald McDonald. What are you talking about, chat? Oh, Miss Wolferson. Because then someone said ghosts aren't real. There's no such thing as ghosts. And I remember during that chat was even like,
Yeah,
or someone said, "What about Miss Wolferson?"
your friend Fluffy said that.
What?
You named the demon Fluffy. Did you not remember that?
Oh yeah, the dude's name was Fluffy. Yeah, what a baller.
So if demons or if ghosts don't exist, then what was in the Melvin Bleeker's apartment?
Yeah, and who is Miss Wilferson?
Is it Miss Wolferson?
Even though I made up
Is
Miss
that-
Wilferson, but
She's real now.
yeah,
Power of manifestation.
basically, yeah, that really is. Like that. Is it closing time yet? Yeah, ghosts, man. Demons, ghosts, mimes. This. I'm surprised Verde kept it together this long.
I also want to know where Roger Potts went.
He went with the mime, but yeah, where did they take him? Maybe
Yeah.
to see the queen? Maybe Verde goes to see the queen? Two birds, one stone?
If he would be willing to do that last time.
He will,
said
don't
that
worry.
He doesn't care about them and would shoot the next mime that walked through his door.
Yeah, he's got to go to sleep at some point. We'll just
You're gonna drug him in his sleep.
put some clown cane in there. Tell us what she says. Find Roger
my.
Potts.
You would as well.
Yeah, he would.
No, I wouldn't do that because
Well, I didn't say anything because he would.
yeah, I wouldn't, only because Kingsman is honestly probably just a bit terrified of this whole thing, and it's just like, I mean, I'm starting to lose it too. I'm just like, that's fucked.
Very.
Well, I think a huge problem with it is in Adventure 1, which obviously isn't on stream, we're sorry for that, but we can address it. I saw a threat and knew what the threat was. The problem is Adventure 2, we didn't really know what the threat was until we got slapped in the face with it. In Adventure 3, there wasn't we were the threat. Like, it's just becoming less and less
Clear.
Yeah, like, yeah, clear. And it's like, are we even doing the right thing?
Yeah, it's not just point and shoot at a monster. It's which one is the monster.
Yeah, who's the real monster? And at this point, Kingsman. That's where I think even Kingsman's going, fuck. Like,
well, the sigil works really well for an actor as well.
yeah.
So you can.
But that was really just my kind of transition roleplay to be more of the speaker of the group. But the problem with being the speaker of the group is I have to know what the fuck to say, and I have no idea. Like, as a player, I'm just like, I don't even know what to I don't even know where to start. Like, if the kid Pickles is just hiding right there and you can't see him.
Is he?
Right? Like, are you back? No, I think it's like aimed at his ceiling or something. His fans swinging around or something. I don't know.
Oh, the hangings. One of my questions was, is there a record of the hangings?
Which hangings?
How did librarians get their sigils if they prefer to be passive?
Yeah, that was a good question. Yeah, the librarians were all passive. Which demons did they get gifts from?
Yeah, the hanging question was about the mimes from Adventure 2, when we just kind of accepted that mimes are
Being hung around, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, this happens all the time.
The other one is like these moms were rolling in a van with some special drug juice and they got blown up by Purple Coat.
Yeah, the mime car accident.
Yeah, that was a whole confusing thing. I never fully understood either.
Purple Coat showed up, and then I haven't seen hide nor hair of her. And so far, Purple Coat really has been the only one that's given any answers whatsoever.
Yeah, she's like the only one who actually knew what the fuck was going on. Because even the mimes are just like, yeah. Okay, bye. And we're like, what? No, you didn't. No, come back. And even the librarians were like, yeah, we just kind of watch. We don't know anything.
Yeah, we don't do anything. We just watch.
Yeah. And then the police are just like, no, none of it exists. You're wrong.
None at all.
Yep. And so the purple coat, even Purple Coat Girl could be the big villain, but at least she knows what the fuck's going on. In this case, I think she's 100% going to win. She's the only one who knows what's happening.
The German book. German journal. The Mimes Are M book. That's another link.
Mimes are in the book?
No, it was like, it trailed off. It said Mimes Are, and then M, and then it trailed off.
Yeah, I wonder what that says. Yeah, because that got translated, yeah.
Yeah, it got translated. Journal. Yeah, I don't think we've looked at it. I don't even think Iris knows it exists.
The German journal, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everybody was, Kingsman.
I don't think she was there then.
No.
You weren't.
Well, apparently you had a book of sigils this whole time too that I had no idea about, so.
Hey, I can't keep track of everything.
Apparently it's not hard to hide things from Kingsman. The other thing was the mime drawings in the caves, but then the caves never led us to anything.
No, it just seemed like they were.
But they had the delusion thing that you had with that other police officer in the cave too.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you were investigating the cave. I found the hole to the sewer. We went down the hole into the sewer, and that's where we ended. But we never investigated the caves.
Nope.
And I think there's a lot more to that. They had mime drawings in the caves too. Oh yeah, you probably never even heard of this. We haven't gone back and done anything with it. Yeah, there's a whole thing with caves all over the world, and we found a map of all these caves, and like they weren't specifically tied to missing people. Like I looked that up, like if there was more missing people reports around where cave entrances were and stuff. But remember, he went and investigated one of the caves, and it had mime drawings up until a point, and once he got past that point, he started getting visions and delusions and hearing things and all this stuff.
Hi.
Fucked up too.
A little bit.
What? Any other thoughts before we wrap this one up?
I don't got anything.
I think we're good.
I mean, we're far from good, but
For now.
yeah,
For this moment.
I think we've got one more episode, give or take, of Strange Shot Golden Ridge, and then we might be able to do some mini-series, maybe even a mini-series in King's Crossing, but in the past, of something that happened in the past, so that might be cool. We'll check that out. I don't know if it's actually going to happen or not. Kind of on a whim, I came up with the idea. During our DM's workshop, which is a behind the scenes work on the campaign, world building kind of stuff, where we're taking some time working on King's Crossing. So if you want to join, I've got another event for that scheduled in the Discord, because Daisy showed me how to do that. Thank you. Where I think it's Tuesday, starting around 7 p.m. We're going to be diving in and working on the Wikipedia, adding lore of the deities, the gods of the realm, as well as some key known locations, stuff like the capital, place kingdoms that they would have heard of. Maybe Dwalin's Holdfast, which is specifically where Torvik is from and would probably know stuff about. Yeah, so that's going down Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I think that's all I got. I want to give a real quick moment to Daisy to shout out her channel and stuff that she's got going on.
I do stuff on Twitch and YouTube at A Spirit of Spring. I've been typing occasionally in the chat, so you can probably find me through that. Yeah, I do uploads on YouTube 3 times a week, streams 5 times a week.
You're streaming 5 times a week?
Yeah.
Were you up playing 7 Days to Die last night?
I actually only do it Monday or Wednesday, Friday.
Johnny ratted you out. He was like, yep, was up all night playing 7 Days to Die. I was like, I bet you weren't alone either.
There's a whole group of people. It's fun.
Yeah.
Chaotic.
I can't do that. I had Chison was trying to get me to play like D&D and stuff, but they would go until like past 1 a.m. my time, and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm going to bed. Like, it doesn't happen. But anyways, guys, that's it from us. Thank you so much for joining. Go find us in Discord. Otherwise, next episode, I'm going to be live doing the DM's workshop tomorrow, but the next episode you'll see most people will probably be Thursday. We're going to be back in a raft. I'll be playing alongside Mr. Biggles, Adis, and possibly others.
Maybe.
We'll see you then. You guys have a great night. Thank you for joining. Later.
Adios.
Bye.
You did it.
For what?
Did I just join at the end?